Over the last decade, I have tested and reviewed hundreds of golf products. And today, I'm going to share with you my absolute favorites of all time. A couple quick caveats I want to mention before we jump into the list. One, there are probably like 50 different products I could put on this list. There are all sorts of products I still absolutely love and use that are not on here. So if something is not on here, that doesn't mean I'm not a fan, that doesn't mean I don't recommend it. It just means that when I think about my personal favorite things that have had longevity in my own life, it maybe didn't quite make the cut. The other thing is that inevitably, once I get this up and I'm done shooting this, there will be at least one, probably multiple products that I'm just like, oh my God, how did I forget that? So when that inevitably happens, I will have a pinned comment or I'll update the description so that you've got my full list. Also, for many of these products, if you decide they are right for you as well, if you click the links below, I will get a commission. If that bothers you, if you think that makes me biased, go do your own research. But this is a video, I'm not trying to review anything right now. I'm just sharing, these are the things I like. These are my personal favorites. These are the ones that I am biased towards because I like them so much. So if you don't have them, go check them out. I'll link to all my full reviews for all these products as well if you want more information. Or if you have questions on anything, obviously drop a comment as well. And with that, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump right into the list. Okay, we're gonna work from number 11 down to number 1 because ranking things are fun, and there's 11 instead of 10 because honestly I couldn't narrow it down. So there you go. At number 11, we have the Jones Rover Stand Bag. This is the bag that made me want to start carrying my clubs again. It came out a couple years ago. It is the perfect style. It is the perfect weight. It's got the perfect storage. It's got great aesthetics and great colorways. If there's one thing Jones does a really good job of, it is their colors. Their colorways always look so good and so cohesive, and I am a big fan. So when this bag came out, instead of using a push cart, instead of riding, I found myself wanting to carry my clubs more often, and this is the bag I credit to my desire to do that. At number 10, we have the G4 Gallivanters. I knew for sure there was gonna be some G4 shoes on this, and I went back and forth on which ones to include because I love the G112s. I love the G18. The MG4 Plus O2 are fantastic, but the ones I decided to go with are the Gallivanters. These are the shoes that made me fall in love with G4 as a brand. I think they look amazing. They have a modern take on that traditional style. They are still really comfortable for an all-leather, stiff tour-level golf shoe. And even 3 years after I first reviewed those shoes, I continue to wear them, and they are what I put on when I want to feel confident. I want something that's going to feel classy, and I want to feel put together. I just think that these shoes kind of do it all. So I'm an absolutely massive fan of G4. I wear so much of their stuff, but gotta give it to the Gallivanters for its staying power and the shoes that turned me on to the brand. If you do decide you want to check out the Gallivanters or any other shoes or apparel from G4, you can use the coupon code G4Breaking8010, which is going to save you 10%. And at number 9, we're going with one of my favorite pairs of pants of all time, the Red Vinly Calvin Chinos. These things are so comfortable and so versatile. If I'm going out to a nice dinner, I wear them. If I'm going golfing, I can wear them. If I'm walking around town and I want something that's athletic and comfortable that aren't jeans, even though these don't look like it, they absolutely fit the bill. So there's a lot of modern golf pants out there that just kind of look like performance material, and that's what I love so much about these chinos is that even though they're super comfortable, they're super stretchy, they fit any body style, even though they look really nice and tailored, they still have that performance material. And I found that to be something that's kind of hard to find. Some of these brands I found lean a little too performance, and even though a pair of pants might be touted as an all-day pair of golf pants, they still kind of look like golf pants, so they look like performance pants. So when you can find a pair that's comfortable, has those performance tendencies, but then are totally at home off the golf course or in a fancier setting, then you know you've really found something, and I am absolutely a huge fan of the Calvin Chinos. Also, for what it's worth, Red Vinly's Ranstead jeans are probably my most worn pair of pants, period. They're obviously not golf pants, which is why I didn't include them on this list, but Red Vinly pants make up like 80% of the pants I wear. Also, if you decide you want a pair, you can click the link in the description and you will get a pop-up giving you a 10% coupon code that you can use to save a little bit of money. But discount or not, I'm just genuinely a fan of these pants. At number 8, we have the product that is hands down my most used and most worn product on this list, and that is this. This is the Garmin Fenix 8. It is on my wrist all the time unless I'm wearing a mechanical watch. I wear it on the golf course, I wear it around town, I wear it in the gym, I wear it while I sleep. It is the most full-featured fitness watch I have ever used. 3 years ago, I switched from an Apple Watch to Garmin. I've gone through a few different Garmin watches, and the Fenix 8 has been the absolute best. Even though this is not a dedicated golf watch, it has just about every golf feature that are in the highest-end Garmin golf watches. Plus, you get all the extra benefit of all the activity tracking, tracking. You can take calls on it. There's a built-in speaker. There are all sorts of things I love about this watch, not the least of which is the fact the battery life is amazing, so I only have to charge it like once a week versus my Apple Watch Ultra, which I was charging almost every single day. It retails for around $1,000, which is obviously not cheap, but for something I use almost all day, every day, it has been worth it for me. And little side note, if you pair it with the Bevel app, I will do a separate post on this later. This app is the best AI fitness app I have ever seen. It takes all the fitness information from my watch and then puts it in a way that's even more digestible, that gives me even more information than the Garmin app. But on top of that, the AI actually lets you interact with it. But I just want to say, if you are someone who is trying to track all of your fitness and health information, check out the Bevel app. I have been a huge fan. At number 7, we have one of 2 launch monitors on this list, and that is the Bushnell Launch Pro. The Launch Pro has had a very up and down lifespan over the last 6 years, but right now it is as good as it has ever been. I feel like Bushnell and Foresight finally got the subscriptions figured out. They also now have an iPad app that is excellent. You can take this thing anywhere. It's full featured, and it's just a really, really good device. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive than some, especially if you get that gold subscription package, but I feel like what you get and the value for what you get at $2,500, which is the current retail price, I feel like is really solid. So even though I've got access to all of these launch monitors, there's 2 that I kind of keep coming back to and personally using, and the Launch Pro is one of them. So definitely been a big fan of that. I feel like in 2025, 2026, it's been getting even better, and I'm really excited to see what the future looks like for this device. If you do decide that is right for you, you can use the coupon code BREAKING10. It's going to save you 10% at bushnellgolf.com, and you can try it out for yourself and let me know what you think. But overall, I've been a big fan. At number 6, this is the one kind of like non-golf product on here, but we're calling it Golf Recovery. Next to the watch, this is the other thing I have interacted with most over the course of the last couple years, and that is the 8 Sleep System. This thing is absolutely game-changing. I was highly skeptical because it's not cheap. You can expect to spend probably around $3,000 if you go and invest in one of these systems. But essentially what it is it is a mattress pad that heats and cools your bed to your liking. So you've got separate controls for both sides of the bed. You can heat it as low as 55 degrees and as high as like 110 degrees. But what's crazier is that there are actually sensors built into the bed. So all the sleep data you get from, say, a Garmin device like HRV, sleep cycles, breathing rate, all of that, you can actually get that in the 8 Sleep app without having any wearable. All you have is the mattress pad, and it gives you those accurate results. But, and this is where it gets really cool, they have a feature called Autopilot. So it's monitoring all of your sleep data as you are sleeping. It will then raise or lower the bed temperature to help keep you in deeper sleep. So if it feels like you're waking up, it might lower the temperature to encourage you to stay in deeper sleep. And then you can get a report in the morning to say, Autopilot made 17 adjustments to help give you better sleep. Honestly, this is one of those products where until you've used it, you're probably like, that's the stupid, like, I don't need that. That's way too expensive. But once you have it, it's almost like you can't live without it. This is one of those things where it has had such a positive impact on my life and on my sleep health that if it were to break, I would not hesitate to run back out and buy another one tomorrow. It is that good. So if you're someone who has struggled with sleep quality and you're looking for ways to improve it, this might be something worth taking a look at. All right, moving into the top 5, we have what is probably my favorite golf bag of all time, and that is the Vessel Player 5 Pro. If you watch this channel, you know that I'm a huge fan of Vessel golf bags. The quality, the layout, the materials, the looks, I just like everything about it. And so I was going back and forth on what to include here because more recently I've been using the Vessel Lux Stand, which is excellent. It's a little bit smaller, it's easier to carry, and still very, very high quality. But when I think about my favorite golf bag and the one that's had the most impact on me and the one that I've played with the most over the years, it's the Vessel Player Series. And so the Player 5 Pro, even though it's a bigger bag, it's a little bit heavier than some other carry bags, their Equilibrium strap system is so good that it really doesn't feel like that heavy of a bag to carry. I consider this a hybrid bag, so it's just as at home on your back as it is a push cart, as it is a regular cart. So if you're looking for one bag that can kind of do it all and look really good doing it, I think the Vessel Player Series is absolutely worth looking at. The Player 3, the Player 4, the Player 5, I've used them for years. They're excellent. The new Player Carbon Air that I have recently reviewed. So if you're looking for a luxury top-tier golf bag with plenty of storage and plenty of performance, I would take a look. I'm a huge fan. Okay, at number 4, we have the Voice Caddy TL1. I've recommended this rangefinder more than any other rangefinder over the last 2 years. There are well over 1,000 people who have bought this on my recommendation, and I don't think I've had a single person come back and be like, this thing sucks, or I don't like this, or it didn't live up to expectations. This rangefinder has just been so reliable. For $280, you're getting a dual color OLED screen, super fast response, super accurate laser, great size and feel in the hand, and I just think when it comes to a standard laser rangefinder that doesn't have all the smart features, you're talking bang for the buck, you're talking value, you want something that's gonna work really well, be enjoyable to use, and not cost $500, I think this is one of the best products out there. Lately, you might have seen that I've also been comparing it to the Bluetooth Captain Pro, which I think is excellent, and it's been one of my favorite new rangefinders, but that's not on this list considering it's a new device. They're still working out some kinks with the app, whereas the TL1 has proven itself over and over again and continues to be one of my all-time favorite rangefinders and one of my all-time favorite products. At number 3, we have what was and continues to be one of my biggest surprise reviews of all time, and it is the PXG Bat Attack ZT putter. So PXG sent me this putter a little over a year ago. I did not have any expectations. I expected to use it once, review it, be done with it, and I gotta say, it was like love at first putt. This thing is so good. It has the perfect feel for me. You're getting the benefits of a zero torque putter. I know that lab is all the rage these days. I also recently reviewed the RS1 from Performance Golf, which is excellent as well. But when you take the full package, for me, when you're factoring feel, performance, and when you take the actual metrics that prove this putter has performed better for me than anything else, you have what is my all-time favorite golf club. The Callaway Elite Driver would be up there for all-time favorite golf club. That's probably number 2. But I just keep coming back to this putter. Huge surprise. Definitely check it out if you're in the market for a new one. Can't recommend it highly enough. All right, at number 2, we have the second launch monitor on our list, and that is the FlightScope Mevo Gen 2. I'm basically including the older FlightScope Mevo Plus in this. Even though the Mevo Gen 2 wasn't a huge leap forward over the Mevo Plus, I still think this is one of the best launch monitors out there for most people, especially given the value. So after discounts, you can pick up the Mevo Gen 2 for just over $1,200. You add the impact detection in the Pro package, which gives you all the club data, the full D-Plane suite of data. That's gonna be right around $2,000. And as far as I know, I could be wrong, but there is no product on the market that gives you as much measured data for $2,000 as the Mevo Gen 2. You're using the same software as their tour level X3C, which costs over $10,000. So it really feels like you're getting a professional tool where you can get any data you want about your golf swing, about your golf game. You can really dial it in. You can customize everything exactly how you want. Not to mention there's no subscriptions. You can get a live tracer. You can play simulated golf with it. You can easily set up a multicam setup with the device itself and your phone and or an iPad. Just the level of features it has for the price continues to blow me away, and it's why I personally keep coming back to it so often. There are downsides. It's a radar-based unit, so it takes up more space. It's not going to be for everybody. You have to spend a little bit more time on alignment, getting everything dialed in. But even with all these other launch monitors that have been coming out, this continues to be one of my personal favorites, and it's one of my all-time favorite golf products that I've ever tested. If you decide you want to check out the FlightScope Mevo Gen 2, you can use the coupon code BREAKING80+. It's going to save you 5% on top of whatever price or whatever sale price that FlightScope is running, so it will make that already affordable price that much better. And finally, number 1, if you follow this channel, you probably know what this is going to be because I haven't mentioned it yet, but my all-time favorite golf product is Arccos Golf. I've played over 400 rounds of golf with Arccos since 2014. It has become my de facto golf journal. I have traveled the world playing golf, and every single time I've got my clubs with me, Arccos is logging those rounds. So I can go back and see some of my most memorable courses. I can see every single shot that I hit, every bunker that I was in, all of my statistics, and it just keeps getting better. Some of the updates they have within the app this year that I've gotten a sneak peek of are absolutely insane, and it just kind of reaffirms that having that data, not only is it genuinely useful and in helping me improve my game, but it helps me enjoy my game, it helps me enjoy my travels, and gives me a way to look back on where I've been, where I've played, and it also helps me look forward to where I'm going with my golf game. I fully recognize it's a product that's not for everybody. Some people don't want to deal with the sensors or using it on the course. Other people don't like the subscriptions, but for me, you put all that aside, there is a reason I've used it for almost every round I've played over the course of the last decade. It is that good, and it's what I consider to be my personal favorite golf product I've ever reviewed. And if you decide you want to give Arccos a shot too, you can use the code BE15 and it's going to save you 15%. So there you go. That is my list for my favorite golf products I have ever reviewed. There have been so many good ones and a whole bunch of bad ones too. But when I think about what are my favorites, what are the ones that have had longevity, what are the ones that I continue to use in my own life, those are the ones that come to mind. There are plenty of others that I could or probably should include. In the beginning of this video, I told you there was probably some that should be on the list I was going to forget. The one, as I've been shooting this, that I realized I forgot that should be on the list is the G4 PK Performance Polo. It's the one that I've been turning to round in and round out lately. Everything about it just fits me. So that's my favorite golf polo. With that, my name's Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here, Breaking 80, where we talk about cool golf products and cool golf courses. Right now, I would love it if you did two things. Number one, drop a comment and let me know what your favorite golf product of all time is. I would love to hear about it. I would love to go check it out if I haven't already. And number two, if you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? We got new videos every week talking about some of the coolest stuff in golf. If you enjoyed this, I think you're gonna enjoy the channel. And so you can go hit the subscribe button wherever it is. And if you're not sure what to watch next, go check out this video right here. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.